Welcome to Dad's workshop. This is where he keeps most of his stuff. This is a Porsche. What type of Porsche is it?
Boxster S.
This is a, what's that? A Lambretta? No, it's not a Lambretta. It
is a Lambretta. LI 150.
This is a, what's this? A Gorelli
Moped.
This is a Solex moped that's in pieces. That's the MGB 1970. This is a Bridgeport
Vertical mill.
Vertical mill. This is where Dad does his milling stuff. And then what's this?
This is an Alba 10-inch shaper.
Okay. And this?
A Harrison horizontal miller.
And that's probably the least exciting thing in here. And that's a bandsaw back there.
Yeah, I've got to put new tyres on it. See, there's the new tyres.
And skill saw, what's that? Just a table saw?
Just table saw. And over here, you got a brown and sharp horizontal surface grinder. Brown and sharp surface grinder. My latest edition.
What do you use that for?
Grinding the surface of. You see, you put it on here, and then you now try and move it. Magnetic chuck.
Oh wow! I didn't even know such a thing existed. So now it's easy to move.
Yeah, move that.
That's amazing. No, I didn't even know such a thing existed. So what's that bringing a magnet up underneath it?
Yeah. That's all. Both the brown and sharp surface grinder and the Harrison horizontal milling machine have 3-phase motors in.
Yeah.
At 220 volts or 240 volts. In the house here we have 220 volts but single phase. So I had to put in a VFD. This is one of those Chinese VFDs. It's relatively cheap but seems to work very well. And I've got it set up so that I can either plug in the surface grinder or the Harrison miller. They have similar motors, so I've been able to set up the VFD so that I can operate both.
This you couldn't do aluminum on, though, could you?
No. And aluminum tends to block the grind, the wheel. So you need a special wheel for aluminum. You can do it, and you'd take this off and you'd hold it down in a vise or something like that. Actually, I've got machinist a vise that actually would stick to this, and then you'd hold the aluminum in that vise, but it'd just be a small piece. TIG welder.
What is a TIG welder? It's not it's an arc welder.
But it's a tungsten inert gas. So
okay.
So you've got the inert gas, which is an argon bottle at the back. Okay, and you've got the pistol, which isn't obvious at the moment. That you use this as the ground. So it's actually you can weld some very thin metals with a TIG welder very accurately compared to under here is a Mig Welder, which is a metal inert gas which feeds the wire into the weld pool automatically. This you feed the wire in manually once you've created the arc. So, slightly different, but. And then this is an arc welder. This is for stick welding. See, that's a stick welder. So again, it's for that's probably for heavier stuff. I've never actually used this yet. I did some stick welding in my youth. The lathe is a standard modern 13-inch lathe. 13-inch being the diameter of the piece of material you can put in here, which is actually only 6.5 inches, from the center to. In Britain, they talk about a 6.5-inch lathe. In North America, they talk about a 13-inch lathe. And this is a Canadian-made lathe. Got a very good reputation. So you've got a number of spindle speeds. You've got screw cutting, so you can do all the various threads, forward and reverse.
What are those pieces up top there?
These are all of the tools that you would use in the machine. So for example, this is called a quick change tool post, a QT quick change, QCTP. So you stick that on there. Okay, tie it down, and then you can use all these different, because all the cutters are different. Okay, so actually they're the same. Typically they're different angles, different shapes, and they all do a different job. So in this one I've attached a dial test indicator so that I can check the accuracy of say like this. Then you look at this dial, you put it to 0, and then you can see what the run out is on it. See, and that's running out about half a thou to a thou. Should be more accurate than that.
And that's a metalworker's lathe as opposed to a
woodworker, yeah. And this is called a chuck, and then I've got different chucks. I've got 4-jaw chucks, 3-jaw chucks.
They're all under those.
I've got, and this is a 5C chuck.
What are those other two?
And this is a 3-jaw, similar to the one that's on there. And this is a 4-jaw. 4 independent jaws. These are all the cutters for the horizontal miller.
Sorry, the horizontal miller is that
It's
machine.
the Harrison, yeah.
Oh. Those are the cutters. So what do you make?
Well, I was in the process of making, and I haven't got back to it yet, but I'm in the process of making a little steam engine, and this being the crankcase. So it's going to have 3 pistons, 3 cylinders, right? And then this is going to, so it'll go together something like this, and then have 3. It's a radial steam engine. Well, that's the kind of thing I want to start to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right now I'm just getting used to the equipment that I have. I've made chuck key that needs to be drilled. I've got to drill that and then put the rod through it. So the chuck key is this thing here. This is a chuck key, typical chuck key, right? It's in the chuck.
Mm-hmm. So you're making a chuck key.
Yeah, for the 4-jaw chuck.
Right.
Because I don't have, none of the ones I have fit.
Right. So you cut this out.
Yeah. I made it square. So I cut the diameter down, reduced the diameter, and then milled it so that we have a square on the end that fits in.
Well, that concludes workshop visit number 1. That actually has another couple of workshops that I'm looking forward to showing you in the future. As you know, I'm actively encouraging my dad to get onto YouTube and to show how and what he's building with you guys. The bar that we've set to do that is 100 likes. If this video can get 100 likes, Dad will know that you guys are interested to see that sort of content. So please, if you can, give this video a like, share it with your friends, and press subscribe. Thanks very much for watching today, guys. Look forward to seeing you again soon.